Hi, friends. I wanted to provide you with some simple, easy exercises that you can do to release pain in the hips and the low back. So this is an area that tends to get really tight from being seated, if you spend a lot of time sitting, or if you just tend to carry stress in your hips and your low back. So this is a series that I literally do pretty much every night before I go to bed to release my hips and low back, and it just feels really, really good. So we're going to start on our backs. You don't need anything but a yoga mat. You can do this in bed. You can do this wherever you have space. So don't need anything but yourself. We're going to lay down on the back, and we're going to start with the legs extended out nice and wide, the arms out to the sides. And we'll just start by beginning to notice our breathing. We want to come into a space of connecting our mind and our body. So as we begin to notice the breath, begin to slow and deepen your breathing. Breathing the breath deeply in through the nose, filling into the lungs, expanding the rib cage now, inflating the belly. Exhaling out through an open mouth. Repeating that breathing in through the nose, out an open mouth. So just help to release tension and stress that we're holding in the body. One more big breath like that. And out. Good. Keep the breathing slow, rhythmic, and deep the whole time. And we're going to take our left leg over to meet our right leg. So both feet are now in the right lower corner of your mat. If you want to, you can cross that ankle over. So the left ankle is crossing over the right. You're going to start to feel a stretch into that left hip. And then we'll reach the arms up and over to the right, stretching into the entire left side body here. Big stretch. At the same time, we're kind of squeezing into the right side. Good. Inhaling, coming back to the center. Taking the feet wide. And now we'll bring the right foot over to meet the left. Or you can cross it over. And then we'll reach the arms up overhead and hinge over to the left, opening up the right side body. Kind of squeeze into the left here too. Breathe. Beautiful job. Unravel that. Bring the arms back out to the sides like wings. And then we're going to bring the feet to the floor with the knees bent. And then take them about the width of your mat. Nice. Very slowly, we're going to begin to tick-tock the knees from side to side. So on the exhale, bring the knees over to the right. On the inhale, bring the knees back up to center. On the exhale, take the knees over to the left. And inhale, bring the knees back up. We're going to keep moving like this, synchronizing our breath and our movement. Going nice and slow. We keep the shoulder blades relaxed on the mat the whole time. Next time the knees go to the right, let's just allow those knees to soften to the right. If this is too much into your left knee or hip, you can always slide the left leg closer to the right leg. If you want to go deeper with it, you can rest your right foot on top of your left knee or thigh. Just go with what feels most comfortable for you and where you find that perfect stretch. Not too much, not too little, just right. Float the right foot back to the floor if it was on the near thigh, and then we're going to bring those knees back up and gently release them over to the left. Beautiful. Again, you can adjust the legs as needed. So maybe you rest that foot on the right near thigh, or maybe you need to bring that leg closer to the left leg, your choice, or just stay where you are. Go ahead and release that left foot to the floor if it's not already, and bring those knees back up. Walk the feet a little closer toward your seat with the feet about hip-width distance apart. And then we're going to imagine our pelvis as a bowl. So this area is like a bowl filled with water. On the inhale, we're going to tilt our hips forward, arching the back so that we're pouring that bowl toward our feet. Imagine that water kind of flowing out toward the feet. On the exhale, draw the navel in and begin to tilt that pelvic bowl back toward your face. So it's as if that water is pouring toward your face. And we're just going to keep moving like this, doing these pelvic tilts, arching the spine, tilting the hips forward, exhaling, drawing the navel to our spine, tilting back toward the face. Keep moving like this with your breath. This is going to help to loosen the low back. Also helps to release into the sacral area of the body. And that's that hard triangular shaped bone at the base of your spine. Come into a neutral place, so flattening the back toward the mat, and then we're going to move the hips side to side. So we're pouring the bowl to the right now. The knees are going to want to go to the right too, but keep the knees pointed upward and then slightly move that left knee forward. Tilting to the right. Inhaling, coming back to center, and then taking it over to the left, pushing that right knee forward. Good. Keep going back and forth, side to side. Breathing. Trying to really isolate the movement to just that hip and pelvis area. Try to keep those knees out of the equation by gently pushing into the feet and pressing the opposite knee forward as you go side to side. Beautiful job. We're going to come back to center and then gently gather your knees toward your chest. So the hands can go below the knees or behind the knees, just depending on what's available. And then we're just going to start circling the knees in one direction. This is like we're tracing that sacrum now. And as we do this, it will help that whole area of the body to begin to release. And go in the other direction. You can go as many times as you wish if you're doing this on your own. We're going to do like 3 or 4 times. Good. Coming back to the center, take the hands below each knee and then take the knees wide. We're just going to hold here for a few breaths, beginning to open into the inner thighs, as well as the groin area. Keep your low back on the mat. Keep the shoulder blades relaxed on the mat. And then we'll reach for the opening and see if we can hook our first 2 fingers around our big toes, bringing the feet up into happy baby. Now, if it's not available for you to reach your feet, you can take your hands to the backs of your calves or the backs of the knees. Either way, in this happy baby, we're going to keep the feet flexed. Again, heels stacking over knees, and then just rock side to side. Check to make sure the shoulders aren't lifting and that you're keeping as much of your spine contacting the earth as possible. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and come back to center. And then release your grip, open the legs, bring the hands to the insides of the thighs or support the thighs from the outside. And we'll go ahead and circle the ankles out. So again, continuing to open into the inner thighs, the adductor muscles. And as we circle our feet and ankles, we're just helping to bring some movement to these joints. This also helps to drain lymphatic fluid and return blood back toward the heart, back toward the core, back toward the brain. So it counters the effect of gravity on the body. And also improves our immunity by improving our lymphatic drainage. This also helps to improve our circulation. Good, bring those legs together, and then we'll hug those knees in one more time. Float the left foot to the floor with the knee bent, and then flex your right foot, place your ankle just above your knee, creating a number 4 shape. We're going to take our right hand and gently press into that right inner thigh. And as you do that, feel some space in that hip capsule on the right. Interlace your hands behind the left leg and then draw that knee in. You can use your right elbow to press into your right inner thigh. And then we're just going to rock here. This is a reclined pigeon pose, but we're going to get a little bigger stretch into the piriformis and the gluteus medius. So this is going to help relieve some of that low back pain that comes from that piriformis squeezing and pressing into our sciatic nerve. That comes from stress, lack of use, or overuse. Coming back to the center, maybe holding for a few breaths. And then we'll go ahead and release that left foot back down. Float the right foot down, and then take your left ankle just above your right knee. Flex that foot. It will help to protect the ankle and knee joints. Take your left hand to your left inner thigh. Gently press that away from the body. Create that space. And then we'll interlace the hands behind that right leg. Again, rocking side to side. You can use your left elbow to press into that left inner thigh. Good. Slowly release that. Unravel the legs. Draw the knees to your chest. From a squeeze. And then we'll take the arms out like wings with the palms facing up. Hug those thighs together, flex the feet. And then gently tick-tock the knees from side to side, keeping the shoulders on the mat the whole time. So only go as far as you're able to keep the core engaged and to keep the shoulder blades grounded. A little deeper twist into our lumbar spine. And then the next time those knees go to the right, we're going to allow both knees to come to the right. You can take your right hand behind that left knee or thigh if you'd like to, and gaze over your left hand. It's a little deeper twist here. You might get some little spinal adjustments like I just did. A free chiropractic for you. Good. Slowly release that. We'll bring the knees back up. And then we'll take both knees over to the other side. Again, you can take a hold of that top knee or thigh if you like. Gaze over your right hand, soften your right shoulder. and breathe. Maybe you're inhaling through the nose and out an open mouth, releasing any tension that you're holding in this area of the body. Gently roll onto your left side, and then we'll gently press up. We'll finish up with one final little posture, coming into a simple seated position. We're going to gather the knees together around the spine here. You can bring your forehead toward your knees. On the inhale, slide the tailbone back, press the belly forward, slide the heart forward, lift the crown. Exhaling, rounding, curling that tail under, rounding the back, chin to your chest. Inhaling, pressing the tail back, arching the spine, lifting the heart, drawing the skull back. Good, one more time like this. And arch that spine. Beautiful. Coming back to neutral. Hands to heart. Happy hips in me. See and honor the happy hips in you. Namaste.